Welcome to another edition of 100 Hours, 100 Stars. Stars from every walk of life, every firmament. And I'm pleased to welcome today a friend and a captain of the industry who's incomparable. He's MD and CEO at Tata Realty and Infrastructure Limited, the excellent Sanjay Dutt. I'm just so happy to see you. How are you?
Thank you so much for calling me. Good to see you as well.
I'm going to start off by telling everybody who's viewing this session that this is for all our COVID-19 warriors, our health practitioners, medical practitioners who are there in the front line putting their lives at risk for all of us. We're supporting the Prime Minister Cares Fund. There is a QR code on this video as well as a link. All you have to do is scan that QR code or click on the link and fill in the amount that you want to donate, proceed to contribute. And then once you finalize all the details, you hit contribute. So that's what we want you to do, and just remember that. Sanjay, how's life been in lockdown? It's not easy. It's a new normal for all of us. How's the working from home experience?
Life is very different. But, it has its plus and minuses. So we were quite stretched in terms of work, and therefore to be able to spend time with the family, some late realization of what you could have done in your life beside work. Health and many other things, the things that you missed reading, the music that you missed not listening to, some conversation with your colleagues that you always wanted to do but you didn't do it, some thoughts to what wrong that we have done as citizens or what we should be more sensitive about in today's world, whether it's nature, whether it is all those realizations, introspection actually has come in. So that way it's been very spiritual.
That's wonderful. And like I spoke to Ashish Hemrajani, who's the CEO and founder of Book My Show, Mr. Mariwala, who heads Marico, Mr. Velumani, who's CEO of Thyrocare, and all of them have different skills they have discovered. Ash says that there are nooks and crannies of his house that he didn't know about, and he's learned how to put washing machine fluid in the liquid, bake some bread. Dr. Velumani says that, sitting up in his office is something which is very, very new because he's always on the floor. But his kids say, listen, you're above 60, you're a sensitive group, not going to let you be there. Mr. Mariwala talks about all the new books that he's discovered. What has Sanjay Dutt discovered, a skill set that he's discovered or worked upon?
I believe all that you just mentioned, I discovered them long time ago because, there was always awareness. My wife, right from the beginning, after giving up her career, took up, to look after the kids. We had 2 children. And we somehow never felt comfortable taking external help. So she would do everything. And I would always feel guilty that I'm not doing much. And therefore, I started doing things just like anybody else would do at home. So, occasional cooking, washing of my own clothes, occasionally dusting and taking care of my room, many such things. And and last few weeks, of course, even more. So that realization was always there. But what I've learned new, I'm learning, I've not learned yet. So I picked up an old guitar and I said, how can I, which I always wanted to do and impress few of my friends, I can learn now and do something about it.
That's wonderful. Excellent. So do you go with the flow, Sanjay, when you wake up in the morning, or do you have an Excel sheet or a timetable saying this time to this time, Zoom calls with colleagues, meetings, this time to this time devoted to family, housework and things like that? Or do you just go with the flow?
Initial first 2 weeks were just hodgepodge. There was just no structure to it. We were trying to come to terms with whether we can actually work from home. But after that, things became a lot more structured. And I think most CEOs at the back of their mind, they always have this concern about business, taking care of their customers and employees and well-being, whether these circumstances will push us taking into some hard decisions. So to ensure that we come back and bounce back to normalcy, you wanted to make sure that you don't miss out the opportunity. So I spent a lot of time engaging with my colleagues to see how to overcome the challenges. So there's a bit part of my life right now which quite structured, to answer your question. But there are some pockets of time when I just throw myself out to take a break during the day. In fact, very recently we realized that we were perhaps overworking. So we were very excited with this new work from home and webinars, etc., etc. But I think we needed to slow down and take some breaks. So some kind of discipline over the weekend, especially related to work, we just eased it out. So, it's helping. So I think we're adapting.
Nice. A cooking skill that you have? I mean, are you a good omelette maker?
My favorite is sabudana khichdi. With some
you make it yourself? You make it yourself,
yes.
huh? Wow.
Absolutely.
Gotta get that.
And yes, you should try my mutton sometime. So, and definitely love doing omelets. I've always been doing my own teas, which I love in the morning and in the evening, which, just 2 cups during the entire day. But you enjoy the experience of doing it.
Hint, hint, when the lockdown is over, invite me over for a meal.
Oh, yeah, please. There's so many things to do after lockdown gets over. Yes.
True that. What really is the first thing you're going to do eventually when the lockdown is lifted? What's that first thing that you can think of?
The first thing we've already done, Rishikesh, I think what we want to ensure, like many of our properties which are large in parks, IT parks, 40, 60,000 people are going to be working there. So we have redesigned our standard operating procedures. How do we ensure that people come at different time zones, different gates, so we minimize their exposure and risk? We're going to do the same thing with our office. I don't think we will be in a rush to bring all employees back into office. We have already decided that we will bring 50% or only need to be in the office basis, and therefore over a period of time take a view and then open up a little further. So I think those things are really occupying our mind right now. And the most important thing, of course, is how do we keep the business going, because cash flow is critical. And so a lot of thoughts around that, how to go about doing it.
But you've really taken responsibility, Sanjay, and you've risen to the occasion. I'd like you to talk about some measures you put in place very early on, when the lockdown was announced, what Tata Realty and Infrastructure have done across the board for employees and the safety of people coming into these infrastructure projects.
So first of all, the group chairman came out with a very clear message to everybody in the organization across group companies that we need to take care of people. And people, whether they are employees, vendors, customers, there is no color. There is just one color. They all are people. We need to take care of them. We need to make payments of the vendors on time. We need to take care of all the construction workers. We have 6,000 workers, of which 2,500 are being taken care of on day-to-day basis. And thank God, we had very good labor camps. So they were very well managed. And we had doctors dedicated for them. And we had a staff taking care of their health in terms of training, development, entertainment, exercises, etc. So I'm very proud when I say that we have zero COVID-19 amongst employees. So nearly 1,000 odd people. We have zero COVID-19 amongst all 2,500 construction workers. And we have zero COVID situation so far amongst all our residential complexes, because we took a lot of measures early at the stage to ensure that we discipline and we regulate. And I think that is just so wonderful. So to head an organization where we incurred some measures earlier to be able to protect these people is just wonderful to begin with. What is even more important is to take care of the psychological needs of people during this time. So we have a lot of social platforms. We just launched a new app called Sociable, which combines all the social activities of social media and your private network within the organization. So it's bursting with news and personal messages and shares that people are sharing with each other. We've also launched within Tata Group a kind of a education program. So you can go online, do courses, certain skill gaps that you always thought, certain reading materials, etc., etc. So a lot of those initiatives to engage and not impose, but let everybody decide and choose how they want to go about it. And I think this has been very useful overall. We've also done a lot of engagement with our customers. So from top leadership to all the way down, everybody is approachable, and we're doing video conferences and we're engaging, and we also making sure that we do not push them too hard. If there's some payments are late, why not give them some break? And let's not rush into some registration formalities. The business as usual, we're trying to push, but we're trying to do that with certain humane side of the business attached to it, which is, I think, very important. So the culture of looking after the people, it's really coming out very strongly within the organization.
Yeah. And, in that aspect, it's been a while since we talked about projects. Even before COVID-19, real estate for housing was going through a bit of a slump. Infrastructure projects, however, were picking up in certain parts of the country. In other parts of the country were lagging behind. Tata's focus, just pre-COVID-19, and your focus as soon as things start returning to normalcy slowly and steadily. What is going to be the focus areas?
So first of all, let me spend a few minutes on telling the world through this medium that real estate is not only about residential real estate.
That's right.
It is about residential, between residential, affordable, mid-segment and luxury and second homes, office, shopping centers, student housing, co-working, co-living, and to a very large extent, even senior living and hospitality. So you will be shocked to know presently that in 2019, between Jan to December, India as a country did highest ever office demand in the history of nearly 47 million square feet of net office absorption only in 8 cities of India. The highest ever before was 42 million in 2008. And since then it came down and then it recovered and it's been doing well. So it's very contradictory to perception of real estate not doing well. All the commercial developers are rocking. All the private equity and fund managers are laughing all the way to the bank and making tons of profit. The REIT got listed and investors who invested in REIT, they made money, by the way. So very promising. And if you look at the impact of this, that means at least in the services space, job creation is happening in the top 8 urban cities at least. And if the job is happening, job creation is happening, if every 100 square feet person somebody is taking, the same person few years down the road will take 1,000 square feet of an apartment. So there is a rub-off of 50 million office on 500 million potential demand for resi. If not everybody buys it, even half of it buy it, even then it's 250 million square feet. So resi, which used to do 5 lakh units a year, may be down to 3 to 4 lakh square feet. Maybe we are selling more ready to move inventory. Maybe we're selling more affordable, but it's still selling to end users. Maybe investors and speculators are not there, but it's selling. Maybe because of COVID-19, there may be a freeze on capex by corporates and space take-up, and some decision-making may get stalled. So for a short period of time, the demand may come down. So clearly that we expect, and it's only natural, but because insecurities and concerns will rise depending on how long this lockdown and impact on the economy continues. Moving to all the other sector, which are warehousings and other, all of them were growing. And FDI in real estate was at all-time high. And more importantly, the investors are now far more informed about investing in real estate than they were 20 years ago. Right. So I think there's a lot of maturity and a lot of balance. What remains to address, and this is something which is very serious, is the legacies that most developers ended up inheriting, because some of them are very new to the real estate market. They're just 10 years old. And therefore, there are approximately 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh crore worth of projects which are stuck. They need last mile funding, and NBFCs don't have money. Banks are kind of scared to lend, even though liquidity in the system is high with the banks. And therefore, a lot of projects who are cash flow positive and who need last mile funding are not able to get it, and they're stuck. If we can somehow, with the efforts of the government and policies and the banks, which the RBI is genuinely trying, comes through, the residential you will see would also revive. So that's the state of the affair. But I believe post-COVID, as an organization, we would be very disciplined in ensuring that we run a tight ship. We not make unnecessarily expenditures which are not going to lead to any results. So, for example, marketing expenditure. Why release print ad when we go digital? Why not reach out, have a targeted sales and marketing instead of just random marketing? Why not promote sales to NRIs? They don't even need to come to see the property. They all know the reputation of Tata Housing and Tata Value Homes and reality. They can go online, look at our 3D videos and brochures and terms and price assured of quality. They can book online, and I can bring cash flow. So a lot of those business initiatives, a lot of digitization, a lot of remote working is being embedded post-COVID. And I think that's what we're embracing as a business today.
That's lovely. And a little birdie tells me that one of your primary passions is jewelry designing. Now,
yes,
I'm a radio presenter. I'm a journalist, man of the media. I need to see some proof.
I can share something with you. I've made a small slide.
Lovely.
So let me take you through. So first of all, I love jewelry more than my wife does. It's a secret. I don't know why. It started with an experiment 15 years ago. There was a jewelry at Zoya store, which is in Mumbai. It's owned by Tatas, and they had a very nice brooch, which I liked. But, we don't wear brooch too often. So I said, but this could be a good earring. And it was a wild thought. The person at the counter said, but this is too heavy for your ears. And I said, but I think my wife can pull this off. And we placed an order, got it done, and it turned out to be a great, call, because my wife looked pretty, and the piece was big and nice, and she just looked wonderful wearing it. Zoya came out with the smaller versions of it and retailed it subsequently, by the way. So I've not taken any royalty yet, but I'm glad something like that happened. It led to the jewelry piece you see in the middle. I call it a waterfall collection. So while it's lying, you can make out, but these are kind of a Basra pearls and with droplets at the bottom. So when you wear it, it shows like a water gushing out, and the strings are stitched in certain way that they are tight from the top and then they flow down. So it looks very pretty when they're, flowing like a waterfall. The two on the sides of this jewelry are basically Muranos from Italy, Venice, that I picked up. These are pieces which are traditional arts, blown glass ware, which is very unique art in Italy. They're normally used for, pendant on something, but I always liked experimenting, so I converted them into earrings. And like that, I've done 14, 15 pieces over the last 15 years and continue to do so. So I get inspired by architecture, I get inspired by thoughts, I get inspired by, the personality of an individual. So if you have a lines like this, for example, you can have two baguettes, rings flowing in the opposite side, showcasing your hand line into a ring, for example.
Wow.
things like that. So it's random and sometimes it's customized to suit. And I do this to all those beautiful ladies out there only for my wife.
This is so beautiful. Let's come back to the normal view. Well, I have to say this really, that I remember when we went as tourists to Italy, and we were taken to Burano, and I saw this senior citizen sitting there and blowing, the glass. I could never have imagined that somebody I know, somebody in my friend group, would be doing this. So I'm very, very, very impressed. Another thing that I saw this resplendent picture of you on an Enfield motorcycle, and to me, bikes and rock and roll go together, and it's so appropriate in this phase of your life. You're rediscovering a lot of rock. The picture of a biker is always reminiscent of Born to Be Wild, and Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Heavy Fuel, songs like that. So rock music as well as biking. Let's talk about that.
Well, my dad was a police officer when I was brought up in Delhi, and we always had this Royal Enfield with us. I was only 12 years old when my brother taught me how to drive and sit holding the handle. My feet won't even touch the ground. So I started driving Bullet when I was 12 with the help of my brother. And by the time I was 15, I was driving myself. Of course, still not legit without a license. So by the time I got 16, my dad was very courageous and he got me a Yazdi motorcycle. So I used to take Yazdi to my school. And since my dad was in police, I got away with many things at that point of time. So I've been a biker, and you're right, rock goes very well. But I interestingly missed rock during my teens and, times in colleges and early part of my life. It was mostly pop. And much later, I realized that I missed rock. And therefore, last 10 years, I've been completely immersed in rock. I remember coming to your studio, requesting you to play that song, Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop Believing, Journey.
Yes. So my favorite rock stars, I love a lot of guitar and heavy stuff. So Slash, Stanix, Steve Vai lately, of course, Scorpions and Dire Straits and Eric Clapton. I also learned Creed was the first supergroup where all the, guys part of that group, of which Eric was a part, was the first supergroup and inspired a lot of people. So a lot of history kind of intrigues me as well. So I'm completely involved in it right now. And I listen every night.
Wow, amazing. Clapton, Cream, those names just give me goosebumps. It's wonderful. Okay, we're going to play a small little game before we say bye-bye. It's called Never Have I Ever. Only 3 questions. Now, if you've not done this, then it's okay. I mean, you've not done it. But if you have done it, you have to tell me when you've done it. You need not take names, but you just have to give me the experience. So, never have I ever slept off during a meeting or a review. You've been in a meeting or a review?
Never.
Wow.
Never ever. Never ever.
Impressive.
Yeah, never.
Even if it's a boring presentation, you'll sit through it.
No. On the contrary, the boring becomes a very interesting subject to analyze why the hell this guy is doing this and become entertaining. So, but I've never slept. I may have slept in a movie, by the way, when things are not gone right, but never in a meeting.
Lovely. That's quite inspiring. Stolen from a fridge at night. By stolen, I mean it could be even your own fridge in the middle of the night.
Oh my God. I think I'm an expert. So this is the time when I actually I become the stealth mode in the night when nobody can notice. And the upper side of the fridge gives me the ice cream, the lower side gives me the drinks. and it's a combination. And then there are some boxes on the side table of my bed, where in the night my hand reaches out without looking at it, and it goes straight into my mouth, knowing exactly what I'm eating. So I'm kind of an expert on that front.
Forgotten to wear the same pair of socks, as in reach to work or reach somewhere.
Oh, yes.
Different socks. Do you remember what?
Oh, yes, that has happened. Oh, yes, that has happened. I think sometimes you miss the dark blue and the black in a hurry when the lights are kind of somewhat not there. It happened with me even during a suit. So I wore a navy blue jacket and a black trouser accidentally. But, not everybody notices. And I think there are a lot of people who are colorblind in this world.
Well said. I mean, this is the time that we can't really travel, but wanderlust sets in. You sit in your armchair and think of all those wonderful places you've been to.
Yes.
A travel destination that you've gone to alone or with the family that you've really loved.
Well, my best trip ever was a month with the family, where we did some Europe countries like Italy and UK and France, and then we went straight to Orlando, where it was all fun. That 1 month was just fabulous. The second trip I had was my first, time in Tatars. Was I went to over New Year to London, and it was not London city only. It was 3 days the city and the remaining days countryside. And I drove myself, and my kids drove the car as well. So that was really fun with the family. Since I do a lot of road trips with the family, we recently went to Udaipur. So food, dhabas on the way, and a lot of travel. Just the breeze that you see, the beauty that you see, and the uncluttered landscapes, which in the city you actually see all around you. But when you step out just 100 kilometers, things change. So I really enjoy that.
A captain of the industry, a business leader that you really admire, and why? You could choose multiple names or just one name. Somebody you really admire, and why?
Well, it goes without saying right now, my group chairman, perhaps I admire the most, Chandra, because, he first professional to head the business in the Tata as a group. One of the inspiration I joined as well. And making so many changes in such a difficult environment, it's just fabulous. And I know probably to pull that off in such difficult economic conditions globally, whether it's automobile, whether it's steel, whether it is many other businesses or even real estate, for example. So that's clearly one. I was very fond of collecting annual speeches, the annual general body meeting speeches. And one of my favorite was of Mr. Anand Mahindra. I really loved. I think his lighter approach to things and the way he sometimes uses Hindu mythology to business, just like Mr. Patnaik on the YouTube, if you've seen any.
Yeah,
it's just fabulous how you can take away so many, learnings from Vedas and Upanishads and Hindu mythology and apply in the modern corporate world. Fascinates me. Every leader who selflessly devotes himself are my, idols. So, and many of them are actually my colleagues reporting into me. So, fascinated by. I'm so glad that I'm surrounded by people who are far more intelligent and better than me, and they inspire me every now and then. For example, I have a very strong HR person. Her name is Reena Wahi, and HR has been one of my favorite subjects from childhood. Even in my management program, I took HR as a subject beside marketing. And I believe, in real estate, there's a very famous saying, it's all about location, location, location. That's what everybody says in real estate. And I believe, I don't want to confront that, but I believe it's all about people, people, people. Because when you design real estate, it's the people who use it. And therefore, if you do not have any emotional connect and empathy, you can never be a good leader in all fairness. So for me, HR is part of business function, which is extremely important. In services industry, even more. Those are the kind of leaders who inspire me. I have one more leader, who's gifted on taxation and finance and many other things. And there's some guy who's does great job on marketing. So it's never just the iconic figures. It's also a lot of people that surround you who inspire you.
So while you were in college, an MBA at IMT, or during your undergrad or during school, any great memories that you can share with us?
Oh, yes. I have a friend from my management program. I did it from IMI Qutub Delhi.
Okay.
And his name is Harjeet Singh Rekhi. So he and I get along really well. Even today we visit each other and stuff. So, we will always be engaged in some conversations. And the professors will notice. And just to embarrass you, they will ask you a question knowing that you will not be able to answer because we were not paying attention. So that would happen to us very regularly. And each time they did ask question, we pulled off the answer without blinking an eye. And my God, the jaws would drop of a professor and the people around us who know that we were actually chatting all this while. How did we do that? And those are the best moments that I can think of. And of course, during those college days, we didn't have PowerPoint in those days. Those were those slides you put on the projector. So spending those late nights at somebody's house doing slides and writing with a marker till 2:30 and 3, and next day going to work and 6 o'clock you're back on the stage. So it was just memories like that.
Lovely. A book that you read that that really inspired you, a book that you'd recommend everybody who's watching or listening to get?
Oh, so many books and so many people who inspire me. But the one that came very close to how I thought I did business was Blink. So
Malcolm Gladwell. Mm.
Fascinating. Yeah, just fascinating. And I think we sometimes over-engineer these management principles. There's some very simple ways of doing it. First, you should have a heart with only one intent to do well for somebody. You should have well-meaning approach to everything in life. Don't have economic interest or vested interest attached to it. And then have the courage to experiment, have the courage to fail. And sometimes just do what you think is right instead of just overthinking too much. And yes, you will miss some along the way, but you will click many along the way. One principle that I've followed all my life is when you delegate somebody the authority, don't leave them to swim on their own. You have to go down and dive and hold their hand to see that you can handhold them to success for a period which is just about enough for them to there onwards excel and outperform themselves. And I think that has always worked for me. Beside the obvious thing, you see, there is no shortcut to hard work and learning and knowledge. You need to keep learning, which I think all of us don't, disagree with. These things matter.
Valuable insights there. For all of you who are watching, remember this is 100 Hours, 100 Stars, which is a tribute to our COVID-19 warriors. There is a QR code on this video and a link on this video. Scan the QR code or click on the link and then proceed to contribute. Figure the amount that you want to donate and then fill in the details and then hit proceed. And this will go a long way in helping our medical care workers. Sanjay Dutt, MD and CEO of Tata Realty and Infrastructure. What a wonderful session. It had insights, it had fun, and it just spoke so much about you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, be safe.
All right, this is amazing. Welcome to 100 Hours, 100 Stars. एक बहुत ही कमाल का tribute organized by the Hindustan Times and Fever FM to reach out to some people who do matter and their voices matter. And I must say that her voice matters so much. Let me start off by giving a very cool introduction. I was just looking a couple of numbers up, Sona, and I saw कि इस decade में तुमने debut किया, and since your debut, you have had so many films. Okay, पहले फिल्मों में से पहली 4 फिल्में जो थी, they crossed 100 crores, and you are the only actor who has 1,500 crores, okay, to her credit with cinema. So in Indian cinema, congratulations.
Thank you very much, but और ज़्यादा अच्छा होता अगर this 1,500 crores was coming into my pocket, but I'll take it.
well, you know क्या कहते हैं, आजकल ये लॉकडाउन में मैं बहुत फिलोसॉफिकल हो गई हूँ. मैंने कहा यार पैसे होके भी क्या फायदा, कहीं जा तो नहीं सकते.
But you know what, Roddy? I think you and me and like people like us are so fortunate. At least we have a roof on our heads and food on our plates. I think it's most important to be grateful for these things, you know, that we don't even like, you know, give a second thought to in our normal lives. I think ये lockdown की वजह से कोई किसी चीज को granted के लिए नहीं लेने वाला.
ले सकता, बिल्कुल. And I want to start off by asking you, of course, कि ये lockdown हम सब कर रहे हैं. You and I are in Mumbai and we're lucky to have a roof on our head. But what is your lockdown routine like? Like, I've seen you on Instagram put this really funny thing a couple of days ago where you said कि गाड़ी में बैठ के आई सिर्फ वो feel लेने के लिए कि गाड़ी में बैठने का क्या feel होता है, boss?
भूल गए ना, इतना टाइम हो गया गाड़ी में नहीं बैठे. But my routine is that I have no routine. दिन कब शुरू होता है कब खत्म होता है पता नहीं चलता. I think I sleep very late because I'm constantly watching something. I've been binge watching all the series or the movies that I've missed out on, you know, in the theater. So I sleep very very late and then I wake up very very late and then जब मैं उठती हूँ तब से मेरा दिन शुरू होता है. I try and get in a workout, you know, हो गया तो हो गया जब mood हुआ. If not, I just sit and chill and again watch something, play with my dogs. I've started painting and sketching again, so that is keeping my mind thoda occupied and sane in this time. I think it's very important to be positive. So it's very important to find something that you really love to do and do that. So that's what I'm doing.
I saw that painting और वैसे भी painting का तुम्हें शौक है मुझे पता है, because this is a little secret for all the viewers watching at this point कि actually Sonakshi और मैं, you know, इससे पहले मिले, you know, way before the 1,500 crore star happened. I think एक magazine ने हमें उस वक्त किया था. And we were pinned to be the youngsters to watch out for. So let's just say it was a couple of years ago because हम अभी तो youngsters अभी भी हैं. So हमेशा रहेंगे. और तब मैंने और we met each other and then we shot for this magazine, and my God, I must say one thing: the warmth and the sort of way, the way you treat people, I have had that one as a constant because आगे चलकर, of course, उस वक्त दबंग निकली भी नहीं थी मुझे याद है. You know, you hadn't even burst out on the star as an actor, and I just thought, the next time I met you, you were so warm. हम I think IFA में मिले थे, and I think we met in Malaysia. And I got the warmest reception from you. That I think is one of your most special qualities, honestly.
Thank you. I think I'll have to give my parents all the credit for the great upbringing.
Which brings me to my next question. क्या आप उनके साथ lockdown है?
हाँ, of course. And mom सबसे ज़्यादा खुश है क्योंकि पूरी family एक साथ एक ही घर में है जहाँ पर वो सब पे नजर रख सकती है. So she is thrilled. And my dad जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा travel करते हैं, वो भी हमारे साथ बॉम्बे में ही है. And he is also at home, and I don't think I've seen him stay in one place for such a long time ever in my life. So I'm sure वो अंदर थोड़े restless होंगे, but वो दिखा नहीं रहे, which is amazing. He's handling it very well.
You know, so now I have to thank you for one thing. Because of this interview, आज मैंने actually makeup निकाला और मैंने अपने बाल बनाए और मैं तैयार होके
एक्सक्यूज मी, मतलब ऐसी हालत हो गई थी कि लोग पहचान नहीं पाएंगे ये लॉकडाउन में. मैं सोचा थोड़ा कुछ तो कर लूं. मैंने बाल थोड़े स्ट्रेटन कर लिए रोहिणी के लिए, आपके दर्शकों के लिए. थोड़ा मेरा आईलाइनर लगा दिया. Yeah.
I just want to show you my eyeliner because I did a Sonakshi liner today.
Very well. और थोड़ा लंबा खींचना था.
वो मैं नहीं खींच सकती You know how it is. And all the girls will agree with me on this. अगर मैंने यहाँ से थोड़ा खींच लिया, फिर यहाँ थोड़ा short हो गया, फिर मैंने यहाँ से थोड़ा खींच लिया, फिर यहाँ थोड़ा short हो गया. And this keeps going on and on. अब तुम एक artist हो, and for the ones who don't know, I'm sure your fans know this, but before becoming an actor, Sona used to be a designer. But I want to ask you that when you're on set, and when you has it ever happened कि तुम्हें कुछ दिया गया पहनने को और तुम्हें या तुम्हारे अंदर की डिजाइनर ने कहा यार I really don't think this is going to suit me, or I think I need to change this. Do you ever have that moment where you can go and step ahead and say कि no, I don't think this would be great for me? तुम्हें लगता है ऐसे हो सकता है?
Of course, and everyone should, because who knows, yourself, your body better than you. And अगर कुछ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है तो सबसे पहले हमारा ही एंटेना ऊपर हो जाता है कि oh God, this is so unflattering. And especially in our field जहाँ पर आपके जो इर्द गिर्द लोग होते हैं, ज्यादातर ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो can't see your faults, right? They're like, oh नहीं बेस्ट लग रहा है, अरे क्या लग रहे हो, अरे fantastic, super. So you have to like really be able to catch them on the bullshit on that, because as a designer also मुझे पता है कि एक मेरा एक certain body type है, सबका होता है. ऐसी चीजें हैं जो मुझ पर अच्छी नहीं लगेगी या बहुत अच्छी लगेगी. So I try and keep that. So I've always worked with my designers, my stylists. Luckily I met this Mohit Rai who's been styling me bang on. मुझे उसके काम में तो अपना टांग अड़ाना पड़ता ही नहीं है. He just gets me like this, which is amazing. But otherwise I've been with
looks, because I think one of the best things to do on Instagram, of course, is जब मैं तुम्हें stalk करती हूँ. I know it sounds creepy.
It's okay, I'm flattered.
It's okay. I'd like to be strong. But I always love the fact that it's also a very fashionable feed, because again, this comes from the sensibility of being that sort of designer before. And
no, but you know what? To be honest, it's something that doesn't come naturally to me at all. Like the fact that I even went to fashion school was because I could sketch very well. So it's not like I was constantly a very fashionable person myself. In fact, my teachers used to shout at me saying that ये कैसे कपड़े पहन के आई हो? I used to wear loose, baggy t-shirts, baggy jeans, चश्मे वश्मे पहन के I used to reach college, and everyone was like, all the girls used to be very like very bothered about their looks and all, and I was far from it. So it's not like it comes naturally to me. I had to learn it over the years. Even when I started acting, started going to events and all where you have to be fashionable, it was always hit and miss for me. So I've learned over the years what looks good, what doesn't look good, what I should be wearing, what I shouldn't be wearing, what I'm comfortable in, what I'm not comfortable in. It's always been trial and error for me. And honestly, like now I can say I've reached a point where I'm most comfortable in my own skin. So I'm freer to experiment. I'm easier to like try new things. So yeah, it's taken time. It didn't come to me like this actually.
A girl who's got so many credentials to her name has also got 19 million followers on Instagram. I just want to give you a big shout out for that. Maze, baby, Maze.
Love you guys. Yeah, thanks for calling.
This is really great. I just want to, the reason why, of course, हम reach out कर रहे हैं to your favorite celebs is to make this cause really, really matter. So while Sona and I are chatting right now, there is a QR code on the bottom of the screen. आप इस QR code को अगर scan करेंगे तो it will take you directly, to that link जहाँ पर आप जाकर donate कर सकते हैं. Donation, of course, उनके लिए है जो front line पर fight नहीं कर रहे हैं. हमारे घर पे बैठे-बैठे हम कैसे इस cause के लिए अपनी तरफ से कुछ दे सकते हैं. In fact, Sona, I loved a video that you put out, and there are two things that I want to talk about. एक तो ये कि yes, we must, respect our healthcare professionals. जहाँ पर तुमने अपील की अपने फैन से, but not just अपने फैन से, अपने ट्रोल से, and I just that and I said, wow, man, that is a slam dunk. सबको and तुमने कहा कि इसमें हम सब एक हैं, which I thought was very cool. Do you want to talk about that, because ये thought बहुत ही cool था.
Yeah, I think I have 19 million followers. I'm sure सबको मेरे फैन ही नहीं होंगे ना, बहुत सारे ट्रोल्स भी आते हैं मेरे पास. तो मतलब सबको यूटिलाइज करो, सब अपने घर पे बैठ के हेल्प करो, जैसे भी कर सकते हो. मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आप मुझे लव करते हो, हेट करते हो, बट इसमें तो हम सब साथ में है ना. We all have to beat coronavirus together.
And we have to love or to hate.
In fact, I worry about you a lot because like अगर आपको कुछ हो गया आप मुझे ट्रोल कैसे कर पाओगे? Think of that. So go and donate for the PPE kits that our doctors, nurses, healthcare workers need, please, so that you
This
can
is
be a better
fun.
role someday.
Where is Sonakshi Senati asli Sona for you? So now, I don't know if you heard recently, but Radio Nasha, Fever, okay, and Radio One. Ye teen stations are now one station. So we are celebrating the power of three stations coming together. So I want to ask you, in teen stations, may say, what do you listen to? Radio Nasha is retro. It gives you 70s, 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Fever के चार
Cancel.
पर तो हमारे गाने बजते हैं. Okay.
Radio Nasha is out of the competition.
How mean is that?
What are my other two options?
Fever 4 FM जो आपके गाने बजाता है.
हाँ. Correct.
And-
ये वाला.
ये वाला. And
जो
Radio
मेरे
One.
गाने बजाता है.
And Radio One, जहाँ पर आप international music सुनते हो. So what is the sort of music, if you had to pick between these three stations, what would be your to-go listening station?
I think I love current Hindi film songs. I love Punjabi songs. I don't listen to that much retro, although I know every song. But I don't know where I get it from, honestly. Then, I think Punjabi and Hindi music, but current music.
Correct. Fantastic. So that is a big shout out to
I think
Fever.
your
It's so
station one, no?
well, they're all my stations, so I'm winning no matter what. But this brings me to a really fun segment. It's called the Power of Three. I'm going to ask you a few questions about three things. Okay, so for example, let's start with तीन ऐसे लोग जिनके साथ वीडियो कॉलिंग अपरंपार हुई है पिछले कुछ दिनों में.
बहुत ही ज्यादा. Oh God, मेरे सारे बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स. विधि, साक्षी, मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड विधि को अभी एक साल पहले एक बेबी हुआ है, बेबी बॉय. And I've told her that I'm the godmother. She has not told me. I have told her. So I told her you have to call me every single day and make me talk to Rayan so that he at least knows me while growing up. I can't meet him right now. You should know my chopra. That when I come in front of him, he should be like, "Oh, isko to main janta hu." So that's who I've been video calling a lot. And basically all my friends, सब रात को बैठ के बोर होते हैं, हम ऑनलाइन वीडियो कॉल करके एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं, गेम्स खेलते हैं, all, so it's fun.
Fantastic. तीन ऐसी फिल्में that you had the chance to rewatch. Have you had the chance to rewatch any films?
I have actually. मैंने एक लिस्ट बनाया of all the films that I've seen during lockdown. और वो मेरे फोन पे है जिसपे मैं आपसे बात कर रही हूँ. But when I rewatch, can't think of anything.
All right, we can send me that list. Yeah, you should send me that list.
It's a huge list, and in fact, I started listing it because I wanted to see that how many movies and how many things can I watch, So, it's quite fun.
But it's also, this is a question that I've asked a lot of, the celebs that I've been speaking to. कि celebrity की life वैसे भी थोड़ी सी lockdown ही होती है, because you're not allowed to really go and enjoy yourself in the way that the common man can. So do you say that the lockdown has been slightly easier because you're kind of used to this? या आप कहोगे नहीं यार, it's never been this intense?
I'll speak for myself because when I'm not working, my life is quarantine. I like to sit at home. I like to watch my movies. I barely talk on the phone, to anyone. So I'm very isolated as it is when I'm not working. When I'm working is when I interact with the most people. So otherwise, but also you like to have that option ना कि अभी बाहर जा सकते हैं. नहीं जाना वो अलग बात है. but वो option होना चाहिए कि मैं जा सकती हूँ. That's the only thing that is bothering me.
जब ये लॉकडाउन खत्म हो जाएगा, and if you don't have to go out for work, okay, मुंबई में वो कौन सी जगह है जहाँ पर सबसे पहले जाना चाहिए? I'll tell you mine. I live right across the beach at Juhu, and all I want to do is मैं अपने समंदर से मिलना चाहती हूँ यार.
Wow.
So तुम कहाँ जाना चाहती हो इस लॉकडाउन के बाद? The first location that you want to go to?
फर्स्ट लोकेशन इंटरनेशनली जाना चाहती हूँ, मैं मालदीव्स जाना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि वो मेरा सबसे फेवरेट प्लेस है पूरे दुनिया में. एंड आई लव द सी एंड द ओशन एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू डाइव इनटू द ओशन. But I don't know when that will be possible, when people will, finally feel comfortable enough to start traveling again. So
Mhm.
अगर यहाँ पर जाना हो तो I just want to meet all my friends. Yeah, really missing them now. And I think few of our close friends हम एक किसी के घर पे इकट्ठे होंगे और मिलेंगे एक दूसरे से, हक करेंगे एक दूसरे को और फूट फूट के रोएंगे.
You know, I've been thinking about this. Okay, I want to shoot a video of me meeting my friends after the lockdown, and I think it's really going to be emotional. And sometimes you don't have to even plan these things. ये हो जाते हैं.
Yeah, it just
I'm not-
happened.
हाँ, मतलब ये होगा जरूर because हमने I think we took a lot for granted. You know, the fact that you and I would meet in person.
And
You know,
I just hope, you know, people have learned something from this whole situation, from, you know, and we don't go back to taking things for granted, and we don't go back to our old ways, because look at what happened to the environment. I mean,
बिल्कुल.
it's cleaned up, and how? And which
मैं
is why we
please
realize that
कहूँगी
problem तो हम ही है.
मुझे एक बात बताओ कि तुम्हारे यहाँ पे वो कोयल आती है जो मेरे यहाँ पे आती है मतलब दिस कोयल इज पार्टिंग डूड मतलब ये कोयल इज
स्पैरोज जो हमें बचपन में इतने सारे दिखते थे, अभी लकी हो तो मतलब एक कहीं पे दिख गया और इधर सडनली हो लाइक ओ माय गॉड स्पैरो. इतने सारे स्पैरोज आ गए हैं, मतलब अभी डॉल्फिन्स कहीं पे मरीन ड्राइव पे मुझे न्यूज आई थी कहीं पे आ गए हैं. So look at what's happened. The Ganga has cleaned up apparently. I've been reading up a lot on what's happening. I mean, the air is cleaner than it's ever been. All over the world. All over the world. So I mean, that is something we should really, you know, try and retain when all this is over and we get back to life. Just make sure that we are sustaining other life as well, sustaining nature and, you know, taking care of it. So I hope that we don't take all of this for granted again once we're done with it.
Well, that's so beautifully put, and I do hope that you know, जैसे कि एक pandemic in the early 90s, and that was AIDS. I remember उसकी वजह से आज भी December 1st all over the world is AIDS Day. I know for a fact that when we come out of this अगले साल, where there will be a day in April or March where we will, you know, commemorate this day simply ताकि हम कभी ये नहीं भूले कि हमारे साथ क्या हुआ था. But before that, we have to already start, you know, because हम जानते हैं कि हम we can do with so little, you know, and everything we have is just an excess. And the other cause that's really dear to me and really really dear to me is mental health. और मैं चाहूंगी कि, you know, if you have a tip for people who are at this point, it's not easy to be either locked down by yourself or locked down with someone you don't want to be locked down with. ये दो extreme cases होते हैं. Is there something that you might want to recommend? Because we are not professionals, so we have to keep that in mind. But maybe just something that, because you said we have to stay positive.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what to say to when, because, you know, everybody's situation is different. You never know what the other person is going through. So, कोई sad है, मैं बोलूँगी वो sad मत हो ना. तो ये मतलब कोई हल तो नहीं होता.
बिल्कुल.
So, I mean, I really never know what to say in situations like these. But for me personally, whenever I'm feeling bogged down or, you know, low about anything, art is something that I turn to. As that sketching or as painting, because for me it's genuinely therapeutic. मेरा दिमाग बंद हो जाता है, सारे thoughts चले जाते हैं, and it's in that moment it's just me, my canvas, or me and my paper and my pen, and जो thought यहाँ से आता है वो सीधे pen में जाता है. So you have to find something that you really love and really enjoy, and just, you know, divert all your energy and attention to that. At least that's what I do, and immediately I'm in a better mood. So.
That's so beautifully said, because let's not forget the contribution of artists जिन्होंने अब तक जो art बनाया आज हम उस पे survive कर रहे हैं, because you know, when you don't have anything else, you'll always have art. Which brings me to something which is the opposite of art. So now, are you ready for our really fun segment right now, which is, you know, Instagram पे ये gibberish चीज चल रही है.
Yeah.
तुमने किया है क्या? अब तक I haven't seen you do it.
मैंने बहुत लोगों का देखा है, but मैंने किया नहीं है.
ठीक है, कर ले.
कर ले.
All right, all you gotta do is recognize the song. Song number 1, क्योंकि मेरे पास पेन नहीं है, मैं लिपस्टिक से लिख रही हूँ.
This is so bad. This is why I don't do it. I look like such a fool. Is it Bengali, Rohini?
It is a 90s Bollywood song.
I don't know. I'm so bad at this.
Okay, just read it out.
Even it's all is one thing.
Yeah, there are many
So I was
words
only
here.
reading the top line and the bottom line. सी कभी बहुत सी पढ़ी होंगी तुमने किताबें बहुत सी पढ़ी होंगी तुमने
She's cracked it. She's for the first time.
I thought ऊपर वाला एक है नीचे वाला एक.
Cracked it. Now you'll get the rest.
परदेसी जाना नहीं.
My God.
हीरोइनी. कैंप पे जेसी खम्बे रसी खड़ी है लड़की है या छड़ी है.
Chadiye. That's from Dil.
जानू मेरी जान मैं तेरे कुर्बान मैं तेरा तू मेरी जाने सारा
Fun.
Okay. I am a disco dancer.
She is just too good.
Don't
She's
you
just
can't
too
play this game with anyone else. It's too easy.
really.
Or
Get
get more difficult ones.
Listen, just because you're a champion, मैं तुम्हें बता नहीं सकती कि बाकियों का क्या
I'm
हाल हुआ है.
telling you, trust me, I'm not. That's why I'm telling you, it's too easy to play with anyone else. Don't do it.
All right, just say we were being nice.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Then it's fine.
Then it's fine. No, Sona, I just want to once again remind all our friends who are watching, this QR code right here. ये QR code इसीलिए है ताकि आप donate कर पाए and खास करके उन healthcare, warriors को. And this I'm saying warriors for a reason because this is no less than a war. और frontline पे जो workers हैं, हमारे doctors हैं, healthcare professionals हैं, जो अपने घर से बाहर जा रहे हैं ताकि आप और मैं घर पर रहें. And of course, we can do 100 hours, 100 stars with the likes of the wonderful Sonakshi Sinha. So Sonakshi, of course, thank you so much for joining me on this chat.
Not
I hope
at all. Thank you very much. I'm very happy कि आपने मुझे इस लॉकडाउन में जगा दिया और कैमरा फेस कराया क्योंकि that's what I was really missing. I missed the camera because of work obviously, but I just want to say thank you that you guys are doing this and it's a wonderful cause. And guys, please, whoever's watching this, do donate. Let's take care of the people who take care of us. So it's very important, and that way even we can be a part of this whole war as warriors and soldiers. So donate as much as you can.
now because Sonakshi is of course joined us and she's done so much. अब मेरा बनता है कि मैं कुछ करूँ सोना के लिए. So Google play Savarlu.
Okay, Savarlu by Monali Thakur. Here it is on Spotify.
No, Didi hai, I'm not alone.
Oh.
Oh my God, this song has
You will
been
not believe.
Daniel.
You will not believe. एक घंटे पहले मैं ये गाना गा रही थी. It just came to my mind, and like I was singing it all over the house, and you played it right now. It's so weird. You could have chosen any song.
हवा के शोखियाँ जो मौसमों से उठ गए, गुलों की शोखियाँ जो भवरे आके सूझ गए, बदल रही है आज जिंदगी की चाल, इतनी बात क्यों ना
अरे I'm sorry.
सवार लूं, हाय सवार लूं.
Stop. Okay, Google. बस यार, stop. It's very embarrassing when Google does.
What can I say?
I just want to say Google भी मेरी नहीं सुनती. On that note,
But this was really fun, Rohini. Thank you.
take care of yourself and I will see you very soon. Okay.
Stay home, stay safe, guys. Love you all. And you, Rohini.